Physical classes are slowly becoming part of students' weekly schedules again. From this March semester onwards, most tutorial and practical classes are in person, but even in post-pandemic times, the effects of online learning still drags on. Here's Lynelle Tam for the full report.
2 years of online learning has been dreadful for many students. The increase in face-to-face classes are welcomed, but it doesn't mean some students aren't having problems readapting. Digital media production student Shamila Bazila says although she prefers offline learning, it is currently making her feel socially overwhelmed.
Returning back to campus, I have to like re-socialize with people, and then it was very overwhelming for me as I had to like regain myself back.
Mr. Raja Imran, who teaches diploma in interior design at Taylor's College, also sees that his returning students are struggling to readapt to campus life physically.
The issues that I'm currently facing is that the energy level, where they are slightly a little bit sort of like, have this in a sleep mode, whereby in 2 years of MCO has already given them more like is in a snooze mode itself, yeah. But not all of them, somewhere around like 30 to 40%, I would say, yeah. And the rest are much more, one would say, being very eager and energetic to be present physically in campus itself. Yes.
Clinical psychologist Sam Jeng Moon advises students to take it easy on themselves if they are feeling overwhelmed when catching up with the social part of the university lives.
I guess the only thing that they need to know is don't force themselves, take their time, do some more deep breathing to feel relaxed. Then, if they are socializing well previously, it's just a matter of time that they need to go back to socializing.
The effects of online learning for 2 years have emerged today. Lockdowns have turned many young adults into the collateral damage of this pandemic. Educators can tell you that it's true. So today, it is no longer a what-if situation of how the pandemic has shaped a generation. Lynelle Tam reporting from Subang Jaya.
Affirming workplace policies matter, says Tilaga Sulatire at an online forum hosted by Dear Dem Club on Wednesday, 18 of May. According to the LGBTQ+ rights activists, people will be left feeling unprotected if there are no workplace policies.
Yeah, I think affirming workplace policies are important because, I guess because a lot of times when there are no workplace policies, then people feel unprotected, and the only justice that they have is to leave the job and find another job, right? So, when you have workplace policies, then there is redress mechanism within the workplace that you can access, and that's what we want, right? And the kind of non-discrimination policies that we're looking at are comprehensive non-discrimination policies, right? That cuts across, like what you said in the beginning, it has to be intersectional, and it has to look at all these diverse identities, right? From disabilities to sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, etc. So I think workplace policies are important, but at the same time, I think WAO would say this, that implementation is also important and practice is also important, right? Because you cannot just have policies without practice.
Capacity Building Officer of the Women's Aid Organization Yap Sin also explained how the lack of workplace inclusivity can affect individuals from marginalized groups.
If like there are leadership roles in the company that are only posited by men, and there's no working mothers, there's no pregnant women in direct level positions, a lot of women would just look up and think that, it's just impossible for me to reach there. My voice will not be valued or something.
Taylor's very own signature restaurant Truffles is serving up real-life experiences along with authentic French cuisine. After being closed for some time due to the pandemic, the restaurant reopened in March and restricted its clientele exclusively to Taylor's University students and employees.
Truffles is one of the 2 training restaurants under the Culinary Institute that is currently accepting reservations. The restaurant employs students and prepares them for the workforce by teaching them the ins and outs of the culinary industry with the guidance of professional chefs and Dr. Anshul Garg, a senior lecturer at the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Events.
So there are now a number of tasks that they learn and perform in front of the guests. So this gives them a learning in a real life situation. So when they go for the industry, they join the industry after finishing their studies. They will not have a shock like what is this all about.
However, they could not do it all by themselves without the support of Taylorians.
It is very important for the students and the staffs, not only from the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Events, but from other schools and other faculties as well to come and support, come and dine us. Because if we don't get the guests, our students cannot learn.
More than 300 books have been donated by Taylor's University students and faculty to the Project Baca Baca initiative. Inspired by the idea of a senior lecturer, Hema Lachmanan, the initiative was organized in conjunction with the School of Education to reduce learning poverty among underprivileged children.
Ayam jantan tidur di atas dahan pokok yang tinggi.
These books, I think, are also very useful for those underprivileged. Maybe they are children who don't have internet access. So I think it will help to cultivate the reading habit, which is also very important for their reading skill.
The donated books are also intended to be the peak of the children's interest in reading.
So for me, my BM and my English, I learned a lot from the books that I read. So from this personal experience, I really believe 100% wholeheartedly that reading books, reading the words in the text, although sometimes we don't understand it, but we can enhance the skill of guessing what is the meaning of this text and then what is this story it's talking about. And then children like stories. They like the journey of that story.
Sales in cloth masks have dropped after the Health Ministry lifted the outdoor mask wearing mandate. According to an article by The Vibes, cloth mask sellers are seeing a 40% decrease in their sales.
I think the recent drop in cloth mask sales is because of one of the mask mandate outdoors has been lifted, and also because I think people have also been educated on the benefits of wearing a 3-ply mask or disposable mask because it's safer than wearing cloth masks.
A conference held in Kuala Lumpur addressed unintended pregnancies by tackling issues such as teenage pregnancies, prevention by making contraceptives widely available, and legalizing abortion in the future. Pangerang MP Dato Azalina Osman, who was present at the conference, shared that the country is faced with an ongoing challenge of teenage pregnancies, child marriages, and children born to underage mothers.
We are not here to judge these girls. We are here to find solutions to better support them and women who have unintended pregnancies.
Medical students have urged authorities to properly address workplace bullying issues at hospitals, citing that if they don't do so, the cycle of bullying will never end.
The medical specialists, they should be role models, to our fellow Malaysian housemates in general, and these junior doctors in particular, because they are going to continue this tradition of the medical fraternity in the future. Our medical housemen. So that's why I believe that it's important to urge and break this bullying culture, that is amongst our junior doctors, and everybody should just be kind to each other, and that's how we can, I think, give more to our country and improve on the patient experience overall as well.